Good evening. I am Pop Toppel.
And I am very dense.
Tonight we are talking about foreclosure fraud and what it means to Americans.
It means cardboard boxes and handouts, Pop. Hope you paid your mortgage.
Of course I did. But I am a stuffy elitist who only looks out for the best interests of the ruling class. Do you think an auto mechanic or a policeman can line my pockets?
Of course not. Why else would a woman of my limited mental capacity cave into big business interests in a failed bid to be the stupidest vice president since Dan Quayle?
Why indeed?
Let's talk about financially inept losers who bought houses they could not afford.
Exactly. It seems as if the banks have cut some serious corners in an attempt to hide a mountain of outright fraud.
How did they do that, Pop?
It has been called shoddy paperwork, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. It is possible that no mortgage written since 2004 has been completely legal. There are false signatures, forged documents, and most of the lender's notes no longer exist.
Huh?
It means that the foreclosures being pushed through the courts are largely invalid and in fact illegal.
I don't understand.
You really are very dense. If the bank cannot prove they have the right to collect the mortgage debt, they cannot foreclose on the house.
I get it now.
Really? So technically the bank cannot foreclose and the homeowner doesn't have to pay.
You are kidding. So those bums get off.
Which bums do you mean?
The homeowners, of course.
That is the good news. Very. They don't get off at all. In fact, there is no law that says that the banks have to follow procedure.
Really? I thought that there were specific laws relating to mortgage and foreclosure procedure that financial institutions must follow in order to legitimize their endeavors.
You have reached your syllable quota for the day.
Really?
No, not really. You passed that quota 6 hours ago. But yes, there are specific laws that must be followed in normal situations.
Is the current situation not normal?
Not at all. Our country is under a national emergency. Several national emergencies, in fact. And under a national emergency there is no constitution and there is no set law.
Do you mean that on account of the national emergency the banks are excused from any formal legal proceeding in order to expedite the liquidation of mortgage assets?
That about says it.
And because the law is whatever the executive branch decides it is, there is no redress for the scumbag homeowners who can't pay their bills?
Exactly. So all of these so-called fraudulent transactions are in fact legal only because the president says they are.
On account of the national emergency, right?
Exactly.
So at the end of the day there really is no fraud?
That is right. There is no fraud, no illegal wiretapping, no illegal torture, and no reason that the government cannot do whatever they like.
But if the American people understood this, wouldn't we be in danger of a revolution?
They aren't even paying attention. These idiots will drool their way to the next major election and forget all about this.
I don't think I could stomach a bunch of filthy lower-class bastards getting free homes over technicality. I would rather shoot myself in the head.
I agree. I'd rather shoot you in the head also.
Thank God for big business. If it were not for our elitist overlords, I don't know how we would ever survive.
Do you mean us or the filthy masses?
Us, of course. Screw the working class, Pop. We have a buck to make. Hopefully the majority of Americans will learn to shut the up and leave the big decisions to their superiors.
You got that right, very. The cue-chewing cattle have to put their heads down and get back to grazing. That is all for our show. Good night and God bless, America.